All right, Capricorn, this is your reading. We are going to do this time next year. Let's see where you'll be this time next year. All right. Just move this. Okay, we have shadow and knowledge. Came out. Oh, the energy is going to flip. So I have 34 whenever I see transposed numbers, which one's 34 and one's 43. So it looks like the energy is flipping here due to some sort of wisdom you get. Angel balance. Shift your consciousness. So, interesting. Looks like you're going to expand your consciousness. Ancestral knowledge lies within knowledge. Interesting. Happiness. That's getting some sort of fulfillment. 7. Smile. This card means fulfilled dreams and getting what you want. While not a permanent condition, this card is a card of hope. So you're going to get something that you want here. Pentacles. The Strength and 3 of Cups. Five of Cups. Wow, look at this. Nine of Pentacles. That's interesting, because that's coming under the shift in consciousness. So we go from being insecure. This is the shadow. We have insecurity. It could be like, it's limiting beliefs, and it's could be like poverty consciousness. You know what I mean? It's like you're overcoming something due to that. 8 of Wands. Very nice. That's coming under the happiness. Wow, so it's like your energy's going to totally shift here. From like being, I don't know, like in fear, like either this is the 5 of Pentacles, or the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups is like, sorry, I'm just looking at all the cups with the pouring out of emotions here. So the 5 of Cups is either playing the victim or it's regrets. So you're letting go of that shadow. That's a fear state. You're letting go of a fear state, and you're coming into like more confidence, courage when you're taking actions. Very secure and stable. I wonder what does it that shifts your consciousness. Because this is, to me, let's see what the knowledge is. Okay, you get some sort of clarity on the Nine of Cups. So that's a happiness, emotionally fulfilled. But what could it be that you get that changes that just changes your mindset? From fear to like love. And that is independence. Independence, realizing the need for change and striving for karmic justice. The path of solitude reveals truth unseen in the company of others. So maybe you take some time on your own here. This is independence. To reflect. Maybe you've been codependent due to some sort of abandonment issue. You could be codependent due to abandonment issue here, and you realize that because these are groups. So this is a group of the Three of Cups. So you could have had some people around you that you bonded with over shadow. So negative attachments. So they could have been feeding fears instead of, they could have been negative and feeding fears instead of positive. So when you're in the energy of love, you're trust. We have trust. Yeah, you have 777, so this is definitely karmic. You have some sort of karmic lesson. Yeah, you're okay. So you were definitely attached to something because this is coming out in reverse and it says, I don't care what it takes, how long it takes, who I upset. I'm cutting the strings and taking my life back. But you were trapped here for some reason. Maybe it was due to finances because we do have the Five of Pentacles, okay? Or maybe people attach themselves to you due to finances. Trapped in a cycle of consumption and never satisfied. Shallow satisfaction from consumerism is short-lived. Monetary chains hold you back from true happiness. So you could have been like attached to somebody for security and stability. But it was actually causing you a lot of emotional suffering here. So you're realizing being on your own, you're cutting some sort of strings here and being on your own. So I guess you could be leaving some sort of toxic job where they don't value you to do something independently. Or it's like some sort of relationship that has no value. It's actually very negative. Five of Cups. I was getting the Four of Pentacles, damn, when I was saying, and here it is. I didn't say anything about it, but I had it in my head. So it's like you are holding on out of a lack of trust, holding on to something for dear life. But it's like you're kind of like dumping out the emotions attached to it, and it brings in some sort of change. Yeah, it's a choice you make. What's the Eight of Wands? 222. Look out. So we have 222, 777. And there's the Seven of Cups. Okay. So that can be an illusion. Yeah, there's an illusion here that something has a lot of stability. There's something you're committed to that there's an illusion of like some sort of stability, but there's not. Like, or it's like you're doing a job out of for money rather than, but it's really, you're unfulfilled. Yeah, there is definitely a lack of trust here. It says infidelity. It's in reverse. We are both holding on to secrets, afraid that revealing them will tear us apart. But it is the secrecy or the betrayal itself that's doing the most damage. So this is this connection. And that's interesting. When I was like in reverse, look what this says. Manipulative social circles encourage betrayal. So that's what I was talking about with this Three of Cups. So you could have some sort of group that, and it might be infidelity, but it might just be like you betraying yourself by participating in a certain group. All right? It doesn't have to be like actual infidelity. But there's an illusion that it's stable, but it's not. Yeah, this is trust. These cards all meant, like the Four of Pentacles, is lack of trust, and this one mentions trust. It says distance has created, it says across distance. It says distance has created uncertainty leading to questions of trust, and will our bond survive the space between us? So basically you have a negative bond with somebody or a group of people. What's the happiness? So I can read it a couple of ways. So your consciousness could shift. So for one, it could be a group that you distance yourself from. And once you do, you become independent. Like it lightens you up and it makes you more happy. Okay. And then you can come into new partnerships that are actually more supportive. Okay. Or this is in a current relationship. Maybe you, if it's in some sort of current relationship, if you're realizing that you have these issues, you could be fixing yourself to and becoming more independent in the relationship, or it's the other person, so that things can become positive and not negative. Like you can have a positive bond instead of a negative bond. So it can play out both ways so that you guys can speak truthfully and work together. So if it's new people, then you're going to be able Knight of Swords, speak truthfully here instead of like this says hiding, keeping secrets and hiding. You won't be in that energy anymore. You will be in an energy of like teamwork, working together, and being able to speak your truth. So it's like you're learning something about beliefs. So the Hierophant's about belief systems, values. Okay, so you're learning something about your values and your belief systems. So if you have to be around certain people and you can't speak your truth or be transparent and authentic, then you're learning that those people aren't for you. Like you're not on the same page. I kind of feel like it's a group that you're kind of becoming independent from, but I have to put it out there just in case, like, because some energies are waking up and they, you know, maybe they're fixing something in a relationship, so it could be that. But I really think it's moving on so that you can get some sort of be in partnerships that are fulfilling. But it means you're getting information, you're waking up, you're becoming self-aware, you're going through an awakening. That's what a spiritual awakening is. It's becoming self-aware, not of everyone else's issues, of you and how you react and how people are triggering you so that you can fix it. So this is actually so over the next year, I mean, this could be happening over the next year. It might not. This is just something that's going to be happening over the time. So it's increasing your confidence. Maybe you're cleaning house. I don't know. Look at her with the dishwasher cleaning the plates. Maybe you're going to clean house here. But it looks really... So this time next year, it looks like you'll be more fulfilled and happy. And out of these difficult energy, the fives are the difficult change. It's difficult energy. All right. That's what I have, and I will see you next time.